Surely that would have nothing to do with it. Well, it's sort of rounded, isn't it? I'll start here. No, actually I'll start down that corner. Stuff it. That is bizarre. How can I couldn't do it before, but I can do it now. Explain that to me. Oh, I'm going to set up. Weird. Absolutely weird. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a field definition thing at that point where it's a little overlap, maybe, possibly. Well, it shouldn't be really, because I had a huge gap in the other first one I went to, and the second one was fine as well, because that was right next door, so there's plenty of gaps between all the fields. So why wouldn't let me do it when it's... Yeah, and then here as well, and it wouldn't let me do it, now it's letting me do it, starting at a different spot. That's the only difference between those other ones. I didn't try a different... Well, I did actually. I went... In the first one, I went into the sort of the middle, or further into the field to see if it would work. Right. Hopefully missing that little bit, it's not going to be too upset about it. I don't have access to this land, I don't have access to this land, I do now. Oh look, yeah, there must be a bit of overlap still with the definitions because some of the field sizes. Ooh, which might make it interesting for courseplay. Mind you, courseplay did the other field fine, perfectly around the edge in that. And it looks like the definition for this field overlaps that one. Which might mean... I think that's more AI vehicle extension than courseplay. Because if that was true the case, it wouldn't have picked up 3 or 4 fields as one field on Dazika. Yeah, I think that's AI vehicle that does picks up the crops, where this one just does it like the AI does with the field definitions and the boundaries, and of course with these not being squared fields, and by the looks of it, wouldn't fertilise, the texture for fertilisation didn't come up on the other field. Of all the places I was fertilising until it went away, and it came up a little bit, so I think there's an overlap. So like I said, I think if that was the case and courseplay would have trouble with this, it surely would have trouble, I would assume, with the field it just did, because that was the field I was on, and wouldn't have cultivated there, but it did. Whether or not it's because the person who did this map did the field definitions on field 39 first and then 38 second, and maybe that's overlapping. We would only know that, and when we come to do this field with courseplay, and see what happens, see if it picks up both fields. You know what? It helps if I unmute, right? That's the rumour going around. If you want to do seeding, you can, but you can go into the contracts and pick the next fertiliser contract on the list and drive it there. And if you want to do seeding, just set up a course by course for that fertiliser and then pick a seeding job. As the crops are still wet, so we can't do harvesting. There's ploughing as well if you want to do that. It's totally up to you. Yeah, it does pick up. What was that? Because you sort of went robotic for a second there. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll sort that out right now for you. The old scape. Thank you, autosave. Nice to see it. Normally it isn't. But when it comes to this game and everything that's been happening lately, it's an absolute joy to see you joining the stream. Let's have a different view, eh? Let's see the dirt. The rewards of our hard work. All it's really doing is producing more workers and cleaning the blooming thing. Clearly got anxiety issues, my character in Farming Sim, because my head's on a swivel. All the way round. I really do hope FS19 these things become interactive. You can have GPS and everything and you do it through these screens here. Maybe even the buttons as well. What did I say? Yeah, in 22, as I was saying, I really said 19. Really, should I be surprised about that? Of course I would have said 19. Yeah. Well, they've got to fix that. Seriously, it's one of my bugbears about mods and the consoles. They've got to sort that out. Mind you, what are you going to do, really? Obviously, consoles are limited. The whole point of a console is cheap gaming. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. It's good because people who can't afford PCs still get to enjoy gaming. Because let's be honest, a good gaming PC is not cheap, and if you're going to buy a PC that's roughly around the same price as a console, you're going to get better graphics and better gaming out of the console, but yeah. Yeah, but that's because of the console limitation of the fact that it's a cheap gaming option, a cheaper gaming option. Yeah, but I suppose, I don't know, maybe. Well, you do have that option now, but it's a mod. It's been around for a while, since 15. You get a couple of mods. I had one 17 actually, and you can do customised number plates, including for countries as well. And I think it is available for 19, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't bother. I even had a really good, I think it was from, I can't remember the modder's name. There was a group of modders which GTX was part of before he joined LS Mod Company and then went solo. Which was probably a good choice for him. I know the why he made that choice, but oh, hang on, I've frozen. Oh, that'll be you in the contracts. But yeah, that's just personal knowledge, not to be shared unless GDX decides to share it. But still, it's good that he went on his own because he does excellent mod work. Probably the best in my view. And we all know what my view's like. It's always right. I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, I had a excellent Volvo truck that I used on Copper Park Farm. And that came with the ability, as part of the mod, to change your number plate too. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, the mod itself wasn't that big. The number plate mod that you could get wasn't like a huge thing, so it was obviously simple coding. So I don't see as to why they couldn't. Yeah. It's the worst game to add that. Yeah, but I think that was more because of, it was actually probably a smart idea because people on console could do that, and that's less coding than the console thing. Perhaps. If it, yeah. Well, it does for people, and I understand it in Forza and stuff like that more than I would in Farming Sim, to be honest, because it's a game about cars. You want your own car, you build your own car. Like Need for Speed, you can customise and all that, but there wasn't much. I don't know if there's multiplayer now, but there wasn't when I was last played. I think the last one I played was Most Wanted, I think, or maybe the one after it, which wasn't as good. But in that aspect, I can understand it because a lot of people in there, you want to customise your car with GTA, same thing. indicators in GTA 5 is also a good thing, because you get the option of playing that game either just running and screaming around, running around for cops, where indicators aren't, you know, important. But then again, you're stealing real life cars and everything, and obviously they come with indicators. You get indicators in this game which you don't really need to use, because you're not, you know, all of them defeats the purpose, but it's about giving a realistic feel to the game. Like I mean, I used to play games. I don't anymore. I wish I could. It's going to rain again. I used to play games and really get into it, like first-person shooters. I actually really got into the game, where to the point that I made myself believe that it was real and I was really this person. Certain games that sort of had a movie type feel, storyline to it, like things like The Last of Us, or the Naughty Dog ones like Nick Drake and all that. Tomb Raider, the revamped ones, the last two, that are sort of in that same type of category. I'd get into it like I was actually an actor in a movie playing the character, you know, and that was the difference. In that one, I was pretending I was the actor playing that character, so I was getting into character. Where the first-person shooters, I was actually the real person. It was actually happening at that real time, and it was really me doing the shooting and stuff like that. Which helped me with my gameplay. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I've lost that ability to do that. Or lost it, or maybe forgotten how to, or not there. You know, like a lot of things that I've lost. Jeez. Well, for any consolation, were you on field 40? I was going to say field 40's finished. Contract. Yeah, well, there's always a common denominator with all the crashes that we have, isn't it? And that's my computer. Or my internet. But I mean, the thing is, oh, you've just left the server now. I was about to say, the thing is you're still up there. And the other funny thing is the vehicle inspector's back. I just noticed. Well, you know, people complained about some broken mods and issues after the last, the Alpine DLC update, the one before they released the Alpine, getting ready for it. And I said I didn't notice anything. Then I stopped playing pretty much after that. Yeah, well, maybe I'm starting to see the issues that it's causing with mine. Both the Dutzes have finished their work. Where's the middle? Roughly around here. I'm almost finished this field, so I'll go sort them out afterwards. Oh, look, I don't know, maybe it's the way Giant's programming and stuff like that. Maybe we're still having DDoS attacks. I haven't kept up with the news, but I know it's been going on for a long time. For some reason, we're getting attacked. Who knows, it might have something to do with that, you know, and it just, the game spews out, which is another possibility as to why my one, you know, maybe it's something that the network code. Now, Giants was never really good with network code. never deny that. I mean, I don't think they actually bought a person or hired a person because they didn't want to lose the money or spend the money or whatever to actually get someone who's decent enough. They obviously had someone who was capable, but not high quality. No disrespect. I mean, the fact of the matter is there's programmers out there, they all go and learn the same programming, but let's be honest, there's people that are always going to be better at something than other people. And you know who they are because they're generally snapped up by the big companies when it comes to gaming, like EA, Rockstar and all that, because you can tell by the quality of their gaming and stuff and the AI and everything that they do. Obviously Giants, not so much, and I've talked about that before, obviously, because they really popularity really took off in 17, so they obviously kept with the same people that had been around with them for a long time out of loyalty. They would probably be a close-knit group, especially being a smaller company there. They weren't making as much as money as they did. Where are you going? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I think I really went off the beaten track there, that's for sure. Let's see if we can't find... Is it there? Let's see. Yeah, it must be here. Yeah, so their popularity really took off in 17. They were making the money. They made a lot of money out of 19 because of the popularity that took off. But yeah, they would have kept the same people, because at the time the people that were playing this game, it was adequate enough, you know. They enjoyed what they had, but which is sort of slowly changing. No, we have done that one. Okay, interesting. Didn't realise it was that big of a change. Oh yeah, that was there. I saw that. That's here. No, wait until you're over the crop there, JJ. Yeah, try that out. Good boy. So, yeah. Hopefully with 19 they've hired more people and all that and got used to the fact of all the money. Ooh. Yeah, you know. Okay, that's all right. I totally forgot why I started that conversation in the first place. I'm pretty sure it was something you said. Oh, it was a networking thing. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, there was always a complaint in 15 and 17 with multiplayer with the network coding. I mean, admittedly, it's pretty hard. You got multiple things going on all the time, different people doing different things, and it's got to talk to each other. But there's other games that manage to do it all the time, so... My seat is shaking rather, well, not really bad, but just, yeah, vibrating away. My water on my desk is as well. Whether or not that's probably a train going past. Of course, it gets worse during summertime. Mind you, we've had plenty of rain, so I don't see why. My theory is because I'm so close to the two tectonic plates, the Indonesia and the Pacific. We're right on top of where they join our country. If you weren't aware, you are now. And I think during summertime, because the ground's drier, there's less give in the ground, so I feel it more during summer, and it does vibrate a lot in my house during summer. It's just very minute, but I can feel it, and when it goes for hours, it really gets to you. I was actually just thinking today, hopefully I don't entice it to happen, but I was just thinking we haven't had an earthquake in quite a while. But, I think the spates of earthquakes we've had for the last few years, the last couple of years, to do with aftershocks from the big earthquake we had. Oh no, don't do that because I don't think it's actually finished. What field am I on? 38. I have completed it. I tell a lie. Okay, I'm on 38, so I can click that. Alright, the other two, however, I need to go back. I don't have a thing down here, do I? In fact, I've forgotten where I am. I'm all the way down there. I'll drive back and we'll fill this up again. And that's going to be the best. The main reason I want, well, there's two reasons obviously. I want Stevie stuff because A, we can do the colours. So we can have the purple for the channel colour for the contracting company. The other thing too is obviously he adds speed. Be able to do things faster. I've got the ability to turn that down. I'm not too worried about that. I for myself, when I'm solo playing, yeah, I don't mind a bit more faster speed. But with this, I'm not too worried about it. We've got that mod that gives us the option to up the speed of implements and stuff like that. Now, and some of them are a little too slow for my liking, even though it's realistic, but it's still a little too slow. So I don't mind adding a couple more kilometres per hour while we've got the beacons on. I have no idea. But no more than that. Especially when it comes to ploughing, because, oh, I can't stand ploughing. And when we got big fields and 4-time maps, and there's a reason why I don't mind on my solo play, because I prefer 4 times and plus size maps than 2 times ones. Standard map sizes. Here comes the rain. Oh, I've lost my train of thought again. Yeah, something's really wrong with me lately. I just hope it's got something to do with trouble sleeping. And try and get to bed early and try and get a decent night's sleep. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, with the Stevie one, the thing the most like is the capacity that he adds to things like this. Because this is ridiculous in this size map and how quickly these are going through it. Then again, we can just buy more of them, I suppose. We end up going through the same amount of liquid. That's the thing. Instead of spending money on an extra one, you end up using the same amount of liquid fertiliser on the field. Whether you got 2 of the standard ones or 1 Stevie one. Right, let's go sort out these other 2 fellas and see what we're going there. I actually should wait for Patrio to come back. Actually, well, how come he didn't jump in? There's a question that needs an answer. How come he didn't jump back in? Because I need to quickly go off and have a break. Where'd the other one at? There you are. Right, let's clear that out. Let's click those, collect, and collect. We've still got field 53, which is what Patrio was doing, I believe. We've got 57, we're waiting for the bales to ferment. Then we've got baling, ploughing, cultivating, sowing. Maybe I'll get the guys to do a bit more cultivating. How much cultivating we got? Cultivating we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'll get them to do some more cultivating, so I will accept that contract there, and I will accept, come back down. When it's raining, I don't like doing the sowing in the rain. Field 52. Alright, let's see if this fella Have we got any of those fields? Field 7, no I don't have, do I? And 52 was the other one, wasn't it? Gonna have to drive them there. Who's closest to field 7? You are. You're just around the corner. Where's 52? Close to the boo. Oh, hang on. Before I start, where's that other one? Let's go back to the other one. There you are. You are where you? Close to field. Close to the boo. You can drive to the boo while I'm driving the other one to 7. That way I don't spend too much time. Have I got a... No, I don't have a track here. Where do I have a track? Just there. Turn around. Actually, I got a funny feeling. I've only got a one-way, I think, going up that way, because the boo's this way, but what I do have is a two-way... Oh, I was going to say... Oh, I see what happened. Hang on, I'm not in window mode. Oh, thank you. Now the steering wheel's gone hard. Right mouse click to bring up the mouse, and it was obviously on my other screen, and then drop this out. Right, so I've got a two-way coming from here, so it can come into the station, petrol station, one of the three here, and back up, as well as come into this place as well. So from here, it should be able to make it to the boo. Now I've got an Alt-Tab out, bring up the old Logitech, turn that off, turn that back on, bring everything else back up. That softened it up, go back into game. Don't know why it does that, but that's once again a good example of Giant's software, I suppose. Giant's brilliant coding. And you coming back in. I thought I heard my fan going again. Right, this one here I want to take field 7. So you're back in, Patrio. I can see. Yep. So I need to go off and have a quick break. Right? So need to go check out the pool level. Pool as in P-O-O-L. Just in case anyone didn't hear the L bit. Right, you're going to field 7. So I'll get this one up and running with Causeway. I'll get the other one up in 52 going, and then I'll quickly dash off, have a quick break, come back, and then go find another job, which will probably be fertilising again in the rain. Wait a moment. Yeah, I do. Ha ha. Okay, I haven't got time. I really need to have a break, so I'll just set this up. Sort that out later. I'll start from here. Always find it's good to start a little way from a corner with course pay. Course generation should be all the same. Headlands turn 3%, blah 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 blah. On the right thing, bob. Auto again. Generate failed course. Escape back, start from, oh, I haven't got shuttle control on, start from first waypoint. Right, and sort of line you up close enough, and then I'll leave you to your own devices. Find the other fella. Where are you, buddy? Where's our other worker? You're back at the boo. Let's turn you off, start the engine up. Take you down to field 52. Oh, your shuttle control's not on. I'll get it one day. I'll get it when shuttle control is on. That's when I'll remember it's off. In fact, I can guarantee it. I guarantee you I'll start trying to drive with it off while it's on. This is field 52 here. Release the cultivator. I'll do it from here. Course generation.